Hey guys, welcome back to another video. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Vanessa and the name of my channel is Lifestyle with Vanessa Stevens. And for those who are returning, my subscribers and my viewers, thank you so much for returning. So guys, today I am showing you my essentials that I use on an everyday. And I have decided to make this video because I feel that this is so important for a woman who is 50 and over. Now, I'm not saying that any of these things do not apply to the younger women, but it's more so pertaining to the older women who are experiencing body changes. For example, right now, let me back up some. Right now, sitting here in this house recording this video, I am so hot, y'all. I have all the air on. It is not that hot outside, but I am sweating to death. I am not sure if you can see the little crystals of sweat that is forming on my face, but I am absolutely hot sitting here with these clothes on and this full wig on my head. So those are the type of changes that I am talking about when I say for my ladies who are 50 and over and experiencing the change of life as we know it, called menopause. So nothing is going to be in a particular order. I'm just going to pick up and explain my usage of me using these particular items, which helps me feel comfortable during the day. So I am going to start with my morning routine. Now, when I was a little younger, I was not really much into taking care of my skin. I did wear makeup. I was not a heavy makeup wearer, but I did dibble and dabble in it. I would wear the blush and the lipstick, and I would put on mascara, and I would put on all the things, including eyelashes. But now that I am getting older, I am trying to preserve my skin and I'm trying to preserve my health. So with that being said, if I am just home all day, just maybe going to the store to do some food shopping, I am most of the time barefaced. I'm not going to go outside plain Jane because I do believe in keeping up your appearance at all times, but I do not do a whole face of makeup. I was never really that type of girly anyway, but I will put on some lip gloss or some lipstick, and I'll probably put on maybe some mascara. And that's just about it. I like I said, I want to preserve my skin. So with that being said, when I get up in the morning, now that I'm getting older, I'm noticing that I'm starting to get a lot of dark spots, more so my cheeks, my chin, my upper lip, and my eyelids. Now, I am going to be perfectly honest with you ladies because I am here to help, not hinder, and not hide. So, unfortunately, the dark spots that I have on my face, I accumulated those because I had an accident a couple of years ago. I was hit by a car, and when I fell face down on my face. Thank God I did not hit my head. But that was the start of me getting this dark spots. But the women in my family, we are all very hairy. And a lot of us, when we get to a certain age, we start producing hair on our faces. And it's a common thing. So I would get hair on my my cheeks, my chin, my lip, and every now and then like a strand or two on my neck. Now the darkening of my eyelids, that I don't understand. Somebody tried to explain what that was to me, but I really don't understand all of that. So with that being said, a lot of the dark spots that I have on my face are due to no fault of my own and not knowing or being informed about your skin. So I used to go to the nail salon on the regular in my late teens, 20s, 30s, 40s, early 50s. every 2 weeks I was in the nail salon where they were ripping my skin with the wax, you know, to take the hair off my face. As of recently, I'm learning that threading doesn't work for me either, because it starts to leave like little marks on my face, and I'm light skinned, so you can see everything that pops up on me. And then one very bad thing that I started doing between waxing and threading was shaving. Not tweezing, but I would take a razor blade and I would shave like when I saw a little hair. So after years and years and years of doing that, that is what produced the dark spots. So over time, you know, they have gotten darker and darker and darker and darker. And now that I am of age and my skin is changing, it started to really, really, really become noticeable. Now, with the darkness of my eyelids, there's really nothing that I can do about that until I am able to go to a dermatologist and see if I can get that corrected. But one of the routines that I have been doing, and I pointed this out to you ladies a couple of months ago, so I'm back with a review and tell you how I feel it's been working. Now, I have gone back to old school, doing things that I saw my grandmother do, because my grandmother's skin was absolutely beautiful and flawless. And she always used the same products. Now, one of those products, which is Noxzema, I have not used, but I think I'm going to invest in getting a bottle and starting a regimen with that to see how that works. So with that being said, my grandmother was very much into the Pond's products. Now, I've noticed when I started doing this routine, when I went to go pick up Pond's, it now has different ones that does different things for you. So when I picked up the moisturizer for the Pond's, I did not read the labeling correctly, so it was not for me. The moisturizing cream that I picked up was the one for dry skin. I don't have dry skin. I have normal skin, so I have to go back and purchase something for normal skin. However, when it comes to the Pond's, I picked up the Clarent B3 Spot Corrector. And that is what I have been putting on my face. Now, if you guys have been noticing or able to see, there is a very big difference in my skin and my dark spots since I've been using this. It has cleared up dramatically. Now, the eyes, I mean, they have lightened up a little bit, but I'm kind of scared with putting that chemical on my eyelids because I don't know how that would affect me either now or going forward. So I do it ever so lightly. But as far as my cheeks, my upper lip, and my chin, I see a drastic change. So this is definitely working. But before I put the darkening remover cream on my face, I use the Neutrogena Ultra Gentle Daily Facial Moisturizer. So every morning I would put this on my face. And what I forgot to bring in here was my cleansing soap, which I also use is Cetaphil. That is what I use to wash my face. So after I wash my face, I put on the Neutrogena Daily Moisturizer. And then behind that, I will put on the spot remover. And then, especially if I am going outside, I will put on the sunscreen for my face, which is also by Neutrogena. Now, if I'm just staying in the house and I'm not going anywhere, instead of putting the sunscreen on me, I will put some Vaseline on me. And I'm just showing you guys the smaller one that I have, my travel one, so I don't have to bring the big jar. And I use the one that has the cocoa butter in it. Then, and as I said, guys, all of these are my essentials that I use on an everyday basis. Now, when it comes to cleansing my skin at night, I am trying something new. So the routine is somewhat similar, except for one thing that I'm going to be adding. So I cleanse my face with the Cetaphil soap. I go in and I put that same moisturizer in it, but instead of using the Pond's dark spot remover, I am now using the Pond's Rejuvenous. And this is supposed to help with wrinkling. Now, I've just started using this within the past, I'll say week and a half. I honestly have not been consistent with it, but I am going to see if I may see any changes. Now, me looking at myself, you guys may think differently, but I don't see too many wrinkles other than my forehead, because when I'm talking, I have the tendency to scrunch my face up right here. I'm also seeing wrinkling in my neck, but this is for my face. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this all over my face, of course, but I'm going to focus on this area here to see if there are any changes. So that is what I use as far as my morning routine. Now, the other necessity to me, and this is not just for the morning time, this is overall, y'all. Whether I'm just sitting at home, whether I am working on a job, whether I am out in the street, like if I'm going to have lunch, brunch, dinner, or whatever the situation may be, I always have in my bag my travel toothbrush, my travel toothpaste, and my travel mouthwash. Okay? Now, for my ladies, 50 and over, I don't know if you ever experienced this, but I find lately that my mouth has a tendency to get dry. I drink a lot of water, not as much as I should, but I drink enough water to where my mouth should not go dry. Okay, so as I said, I keep my toothbrush with me to try to keep my teeth and my breath as clean and odorless as possible, especially now with me not working. My medical insurance is not the greatest. And I know that there's work that I need to have done to my mouth, but in the meantime, in between times, until I find a job where I have the full medical good benefits, I'm going to try to keep up with whatever I can keep up with on my own. So once again, I have my travel toothbrush, which goes with me everywhere, every day. I have my travel toothpaste that goes with me everywhere, every day. And guys, let me tell you, I do use the regular toothpaste. I'm sorry, the mouthwash. But this right here, let me tell you, within 2 days time, it's like no air comes out your breath because you smell nothing, absolutely nothing. I don't know what the chemical is that they use in this TheraBreath, but this is phenomenal. This is absolutely phenomenal. So when I know I'm going to be around a lot of people, like if I'm going to an event, if I am working, I definitely use this because it lasts all day. When I am home or when I am out of this, I will carry the regular, the Listerine, preferably the mint flavor. So that is that on that. Also, what I keep as an essential, once again, I have my Vaseline and my chapstick. So being that I am a person who does not wear lipstick too much, or I don't wear the expensive lipsticks, the ones that will stay on your lips forever. Once the once the lip gloss or the lipstick that I am wearing goes away, I don't want to be sitting around looking like I got white, ashy, horrible looking lips. So I will either put on some chapstick, and I love the Burt's Bees. This is the honey flavor. I love this because it keeps your lips so moist. It doesn't look how can I say, like your lips are moist and juicy, but I love these because it makes your lips moist. And on top of that, I put the Vaseline. Oh, excuse me, guys. I put the Vaseline because this does not give you shine. But I put this on first, and then I put the Vaseline, and it gives me that little shine. So now my lips are looking healthy, shiny, and feel like, they look nice, plump, and juicy. Okay? Now, let's head on over. Let's do the facial stuff, right? So now that I am a woman of age who is more so into trying to preserve the skin that I'm in. I am also into the health of my skin, and I'm really leaning more towards that this year per se. Well, starting last year into this year, and I think that's because I have more time to focus on me and my skin versus before, when I was working, running back and forth, going to South Carolina. I just had no time for me. Weekends was just laying out, cleaning up the house, doing laundry and doing whatever, never really focusing on me. So now, and I showed you guys before in the previous video, I'm starting to get back into wearing like facial masks at night. Now, y'all, I don't know about you ladies 50 and over, but when I was younger, I was all into all of this stuff. But then suddenly, you know, you take advantage of it when you're younger because you really don't need these things. You still have all the estrogen in your body working and doing what it's supposed to be doing. So by the time we get to the age of where those things start to slow down is when we really start to need these things, and we need extra assistance, extra help. So now, like I said, I'm into the face mask. I am not really too much into like the collagen stuff. I'm still researching on that, but they say that collagen is good for your skin. So I picked up a couple of masks here, and I picked up the ones that they are saying on YouTube and that I'm hearing doctors promoting that are good for your skin. So this first one I have is this Manuka Honey and Collagen face mask, and these I picked up from the dollar store, I think, or dollar, no, I'm sorry, I picked these up from Walmart last week or the week before. So this is the first one that I picked up. And then I also picked up this hyaluronic acid, which I'm also told is good, and this says intensely hydrating. I also picked up the pre-mask cooling aloe peptide gel with vitamin E, calm and restore 2-in-1. So I heard that this peptide is supposed to be good for you as well, which I'm still in the process of researching. So I picked that up. And then I also have the retinol and collagen instant lifting mask with peptide. So there you have it. So what I'm going to start doing, because I haven't started as of yet, I am going to start to make these my nighttime routine as well. So I'm going to alternate between these and the Pond's cream and see what type of results I get. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 masks here in my Pond. So I'm going to try for about a week to see if I see a difference, but most of the times they tell you to try to use it for like up to 3 weeks to a month to see if you see any changes. But I'm gonna use what I have, you know, to see what the results are. The other thing is, like I said, I don't wear much makeup, but now I am into the cleansiness and the making sure that my skin is being cleaned properly before putting anything else on my face. So though I only use the mascara and the lipstick, I love to still use the makeup removers, okay? And especially like if I've been outside all day, it's like the stuff is absorbing in your skin. If you're not wiping it off and it's no longer on you, that means it's absorbing in your skin. So I would use these makeup wipes to, you know, wipe over my lips, and also to wipe my eyelashes to try to get as much of that off as I can. And then I will go in and do my regular cleansing. Now, let's talk about, let me see, what is next on my list. Okay, let's start here. When I was younger, in my 20s, my 30s, my 40s, my early 50s, I was so much more into my health. I was that gym girly. I was going to the gym, if not every day, every other day. Now, I come from New York, and in New York, we're pretty much into our health. So the gyms are always packed. People are always walking on the regular, especially your work routine throughout the week always consists of you working. Like with me, Even though in my latter years, right before I moved down south, even with me having a car, my routine every day was getting up in the morning, going to the gym for about an hour, come back home, get my kids together. Then from there, I would walk my kids to school. After I walk my kids to school, I will walk to the train station. Once I walk to the train station, I have trillions of stairs, two of them, two sets to be exact, to walk up to get to the train. Once I got on the train and took my little ride into the city, when I got off my train stop, I will have to walk down millions of stairs again. Okay, once I got off the stairs, I would have to wait. Now, this was before I came south. I would have to wait for my bus that would take us over to the section of the city where my building was, where I worked. On some days, if I felt like I was running a little behind because I like to be at work early, or if I am running late, and I don't want to wait for the bus, I will walk. And that would be maybe, let's say, a 1.5 or 2 mile walk, and the same thing every day, same thing back and forth. When I had moved out to the suburbs before moving down south, though I had the car, same routine, but this time I was driving, to the Bronx. I was living in White Plains when I moved, before moving south. So I would move, coming from White Plains, I would drive my son to school in the Bronx, drop him off, park my car in the garage, then get on the train, walk up the stairs, and do the same routine again. With all that being said, I'm doing that, and that is what was keeping my weight down, that was keeping my hips down, that was good for my cardio, it was good for my health. But now, since I've been to the south, that has all just stopped. So I have to use supplements. So now I am keeping up with my vitamin regimen, along with the medication that I have to take for my health, which is my blood pressure medication, and which something I really need to work on doing, and getting serious and healthy about my health as well, because if I can get my weight down and continuously stay on a workout regimen where I'm moving, I can probably get rid of using blood pressure medications. The other medication I'm using is for my knee. That one I have no control over, because my accident, where I broke up my knee, that's that on that. But I am keeping up with supplements. So I'm taking calcium for my health, being that I'm getting older. When you're getting older, your bones tend to soften and get a little bristle. So I'm trying to keep up with the calcium, because I'm not a milk drinker, not at all. I can't even tell you the last time I had a cup of milk. So I'm using the calcium supplement. Also, as far as vitamin D, I've been doing better with that. I do get out, a lot now since I have not been working, but I'm keeping up with my K2 and D3. I also have a prescription for vitamin D, but with my last lab work, when I had my physical, my vitamin D is where it's supposed to be. I'm also taking B12, because I noticed, since I don't have much to do right now, my energy level, and also because of the estrogen, because of the menopause, which is lowering that, I need B12 because I stay tired a lot. I mean, a lot. I am also taking multivitamins, which is something that I had always done. I believe in taking a multivitamin for your overall health. And last but not least, black seed oil. I saw somebody else taking this on YouTube, and I forgot what the reason was that she was saying, but she did say that for overall health that this was good. So this is what I started taking, and I take that every day. So as a woman 50 and over, going through menopause, you're losing a lot of estrogen in your body. So therefore, it's like the way your organs and your blood and your bones are working, there is a definite shift. So you do need some type of supplements in order to help keep things, at least, try to stabilize them where you're in good health. Another source of having good health is eating. But of course, you guys know, and I'm going to make a video on this as well, it's kind of scary to go out in these supermarkets and purchase food now because we don't know what we're actually ingesting. So it's kind of scary to eat your fruits and to eat your vegetables with all the pesticides, what they're injecting it with. So we really, really don't know. So for me, I'm leaning more into the supplements now until I find out otherwise. What can I go on to now? Hygiene. Hygiene is a big, big thing in women 50 and over going through menopause, because not only can you see the body changes, you can also smell it. And if you're not aware of it, and if you cannot keep up with it, or you don't keep up with it, it can become very embarrassing. I'm telling you, I'm glad when I realized the body odors, I was at home. Because at that particular time, when I felt that what I was smelling was coming from me, would have been a time that I would have been on my job and really was unable to really do anything about it. So I'm glad I found this out when I was at home. So my essentials is to make sure that I keep something on me and is prepared everywhere I go, no matter where I go, whether it's in my car or if it's in my bag that I'm carrying, I am taking my essentials with me. So with that being said, I keep body wash with me, or, which I did not bring with me, I have some antibacterial dial soap that I keep in one of the little travel cases for your soap. Those are in my bag for the regular. In case I start, especially in the summertime, to smell a little musty, even though I took a shower that day, I have that with me, and I have some disposable wipes where I can go in and hit them little hot spots real quick in any bathroom that I may be close to in order to get that odor off me. I also carry underarm deodorant. And guys, I'm sorry. I'm talking about the things, but I'm not really showing you. So I take travel sizes of everything with me, right? So I can fit everything into my bag or into my car, all right? So I use underarm deodorant, whether it's the native or it is the secret. And I always try to make sure that it has some type of scent to it. So once I clean myself off, wipe myself down, I can come behind it with something that's smelling good and fresh. Also, I have another native. This one is the coconut one. Also, guys, I was not into the travel sizes of the Bath and Body Works, but I am now. And as soon as I'm able to get some extra funds, I will be going back to Bath and Body Works, and I am going to go through that store and pick up every scent that I like in travel size and have them in my bag and in my car, because these are so needed. Because like I said, every now and then, if you have to go through, if you're feeling that you're a little musty outside, if you got to go and find your nearest bathroom and tidy yourself up a little bit, once you finish going through that routine of hitting them hot spots, putting on that underarm deodorant, you're going to want to smell good when you're done. So pick up whatever fragrance you like in the travel size and keep that with you. You can lotion yourself down and then spritz yourself up. And one other thing that I noticed, whether it's Bath and Body Works or whatever lotion that you like, for us ladies who are starting to, the age is showing a little bit, like in your hands. You know, I'm noticing that my hands are starting to look a little older, and especially after so many years of washing dishes, because we did not have dishwashers up in New York in the apartments that I lived in. So your hands are constantly in the water, making them dry, making them look old. So it is good to keep your hands moisturized with any type of lotion, because when you're putting that lotion on, it's making your skin look more nourished and more youthful. So that's that on that tip. And also, after you wash yourself down, I told you guys before, get the Secret whole body spray and just spray yourself down. Just spray yourself down. Also, ladies, when I'm out in the street, if I have to use the bathroom, and this is my main essential, a lot of these restrooms that you go into in the street, whether it's in the store, the restaurant, or what have you, most of the time they're nasty, especially in the women's bathroom. They are so nasty. So I take these two things with me all the time. Number one, I have my Clorox wipes. No, I do not sit on the bowls when I am out in the street, but I wipe the stuff down. God, I didn't bring it with me, but I also carry my gloves in my bag as well. But I'm not squatting over somebody else's pee. I am not squatting over somebody else's tissues. I am not. I'm not doing that. So I will clean the seat off before I pull my clothes down and squat. Once I use the restroom, more than likely, it might be too much TMI for you guys, but more than likely, I'm only doing number one. But if you have to do number two, you want to clean yourself up well before you leave the bathroom. You cannot take your washcloth and towel. Though some people, I guess you can if you wanted to. But I take these flushable wipes with me and make sure that I clean myself properly before leaving the restroom. And I always get the fragrance free because, you know, your downstairs area for women is very, very sensitive. So you have to be very careful with the type of fragrances and things that you put in your private areas. Now, okay, so that's all of the hygiene and the health type things. So now, a lot of times if I'm working or if I'm going out somewhere, this is my case that I have with my hair products and like safety pins, because you never know when you're going to be needing something. I showed you guys this when I was traveling. So I'm not going to take everything out, but I have my hair wax here. So in case I'm wearing a style or something like this and you have some flyaways, I just use the wax stick and, you know, tame it down. I also have some gel here, some edge control. If the hair gets, you know, looking crazy, I try to fix it up. I also have some black, like little edge control here as well. Going along with this spray here that I use, guys. I use this in between when the grays start to peek through. I will just spray this on my roots if needed. And let me take this out of here to show you ladies, just in case anybody is interested. I always use black hair dye, guys. My hair is a sandy blonde, but I don't like it on me, but I always color my hair black. So if there's times where I'm in between colors, I would use this like on my edges or on my nape, on the nape of my back, you know, to blend in with the black until I'm able to dye my hair. And I also have safety pins, because you never know when you're gonna have an accident in the street and you may need a safety pin or something. Now, last but not least, essentials for when you are at home. So I'm going to continue on with the hair thing since I am speaking on hair. So I have been purchasing a lot of wigs, and the wigs, you know, depending on the person, I feel sometimes the wigs are good, sometimes the wigs are bad. For me, being that I'm not working, I don't have the funds to get the pixie cut that I wanted, you know, that I wanted to start wearing this summer, because with a pixie cut, you have to be in the beauty salon at least once a week, twice a week. So being that I don't have the funds, I've been purchasing wigs. So the site that I've been going and using is Amazon. Sometimes I use as reference or as referrals. I watch some of the girlies on YouTube who purchase like wigs on Amazon. I can't afford to go to the wig sites, you know, like you Nice Hair, you know, Beauty Forever Hair. Right now, my budget does not allow that. So I will go to Amazon, and if they are wearing a piece that I like and they tell you that it's affordable, or I see that it's affordable, then I will take that route. So maintaining an essential for you is upkeeping your hair. Your hair, even if you are not outside looking fly, you have on a basic little sweatshirt and some sneakers, your hair can pull all of that together. So in order to be looking fresh, stylish, and maintained, get yourself a nice wig. Now, if you are walking around with a pixie cut, one of the essentials that you may need in order to keep your hair and freshen it up at home. Like, let's say if you're washing and molding and curling it on your own, until it's time for you to go back and get that fresh cut and that fresh relaxer, I would highly recommend you guys going on Amazon and getting these shears, these thinning shears. Especially if your pixie is like short. Because if you start out with a really short pixie, you can tell when the hair is growing back. So with the thinning shears, all you have to do is like a comb. You put the blade in and you just comb through like the little short areas, and it will shorten it and neaten it for you. So these are some good tools to have. I cannot remember how much I purchased these for. It might be like $9. I think it was under $10. Might have been even $5, but I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't have the other one here, but I got 5 in this box from Amazon. So if you are a short hair girly or a pixie girly, invest in these thinning shears. Also, since I am on a budget when it comes to doing my nails, and I also had a little incident that I did not tell you ladies about, which I'm going to get into right now. So I think it might be a little bit of a minute before I step back into the nail salon, unless I have something very important to do and I need the assistance of the nail salon. So, okay, being budget friendly because of this economy that we're living in, I cannot see myself spending close to $400 a month just to have my nails, my eyebrows, and my toes done. I'm not going to do that. That's unnecessary money that can go into bills or into your savings. So what I've been doing lately is purchasing nails and toenails from Amazon. But let me say to you guys, initially what I was going to do was just go to the nail salon and have them do a pedicure, and I would do a manicure. But when I was doing the pedicures and the manicures, I was not going to let them polish my nails. I was just going to come home and do it myself. So that way I am only paying for the basics and the massage. I can admit that I love the experience of it all. When you're getting your feet and your nails done, it's very relaxing to me. You know, I like that. But my last experience in the nail salon, I think it's going to be a while before I go back in there because I developed a fungus on my toe. Now, the last time I went and I did my pedicure was maybe a week before I went for my pedicure, and she nicked my nail because she was trying to go inside the skin of my nail. She said that there was a hangnail there, but she went so deep in, I felt that, and it hurt, okay? A week later, I didn't even really notice it until I took the nail polish off. My daughter noticed it when we were on vacation, and she was like, "Mom, look at your toenail." It was black and blue. It was brown. You could tell it was infected, so she either went too deep and the clipper that she was using was dirty, was not sanitized. Okay, now I went to beauty school. I think I told you guys long time ago when I was pregnant with my daughter. And after each client, when you're using the same tool to be cost efficient, you are supposed to sterilize your tools in Benadine solution. And come to think of it, when I go to these nail salons, I have yet to see any Benadine in there. When I go to the beauty salons, I see it. It's sitting on their stations. But when I go to the nail salons, I have yet to see any Benadine. So that's that on that. So now my essentials for keeping for keeping my nails and my toenails looking decent, I went out and started purchasing on my own. So when I'm purchasing these nails, I'm looking for styles that I like. I'm of a mature age, so right now I'm into the medium-sized nails, not too long, not too short. I don't like the little crazy colors, but I like what I like. So I've been purchasing nails. But before I go on to showing the nails that I picked up, what I have been using, oh my goodness, let me see. I don't have the glue with me, but I did show you guys in a previous video not too long ago, maybe last week or the week before. I think it's called Curve Life or something like that. Phenomenal. These nails will stay on for a long time, at least 2.5 to 3 weeks. So that glue is phenomenal. Now, I was also intending to use a top coat, but the one that I purchased, which I've also showed you guys in a video, you need a UV gel light in order for this to curate your nails so that you can get the shine. But surprisingly, like the nails that I have on, it has somewhat of a shine, if you can tell. So some of the nails that you may purchase have the shine, so you really won't even need this. But going forward, the first set that I had purchased for the nails, and I took everything out of their pack, so I don't know who is who. You can go on Amazon and go through all the nails and pick, you know, your choice. But I picked up these nails, the French tip nails. These are the ones for the toes, if you can see. And then I picked up the ones, oh, I'm sorry, those were the ones for the nails. And these were the French tips for the toes, if you can see that. Look at that. And when you put these nails on, guys, it looks like you just stepped out of the nail salon. So since I am so into the nails, I went and purchased them. So I bought a pink set. So these are the pink nails that I purchased. And these are the pink toenails that I purchased. Hoping that you guys are able to see this really good. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so these are the pink nails. All right. And the white set that I'm wearing now with these would be these. And like I said, guys, everything here is from Amazon. So those are the nails, and these are the toenails in here. Let me take them out. And these are the toenails. And the last set that I purchased, these I picked up from the beauty supply store. I showed you guys these. And I haven't worn these as of yet. I did not put these on because I thought they were like white, but the bottom of the nail is nude and the tip of the nail is white. So I might be putting these on next and putting on the white toenails. So guys, those are all the essentials that I use and I carry on the daily, minus the thinning shears and the nails. These are my essentials that you will always find me with. And like I said, I singled out the women 50 and over who are going through the body changes due to menopause, but these items can be used for any age bracket. You know, any age bracket who feels that they are in a point of their life where they need these. So I hope I was helpful and informative to you ladies out there. If you have any questions, if you have any suggestions, please hit me up in the comments and I will definitely respond to you. And thank you so much for watching this video. I really enjoyed doing this type of video. So please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Also share this video with those who you may think is interested in this type of content. And please remember to hype. And if you guys are interested in donating to my channel to help me bring forth to you guys better videos every day, please look at my Cash App in my description box below, and I will most definitely appreciate it. And if you don't, I will still appreciate you and very happy for your support on this channel. So guys, have a wonderful, beautiful, and blessed day, and I will see you guys in the next video.